Hello? Audio test. How's our audio?
Check, check.
Can you guys hear Mico?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Oh, who's echoing? Me or Mico? Hey, Mico, can you try saying something?
Yeah. This is Mico. Maybe are your speakers on? Maybe that's causing an echo.
No, no, I'm not. Hmm. How about now? Is it still echoing? I'm in a closed room naman talaga kasi. Pero guys, maybe we can try to have this in English since where it's announced to everyone, not just for the Filipino community. So as much as possible, let's keep all conversations in English. Hey guys, how's the audio? Okay naman yung audio? Too loud, too low? Okay. Miko, mic test.
Mic test. Can you hear me?
And they want Breadman to join the AMA. Yeah, me too actually. So okay, someone here made a comment that much better po siguro is stop na yung play to earn ng Adamant Mine at mag-focus na lang sa pagiging service provider. We're actually leading towards being a service provider, but then we're not gonna stop the play to earn of Adamant Mine. We'll explain more of these things here today so that you guys have a better grasp of what we're trying to do through the Meta Network. So, sige, maybe I guess we can start. So, I wanna, here, we prepared like a short deck about it's like a small summary of what we're working on here through the Meta Network. And here, I hope we can be able to give more clarity on what the route we're going through, what the route that we're aiming to go for Adamant, and how we want to help ADMC, and how and the purpose of why we're releasing a new token ADMN. So yeah, we wanna present all of these to you guys today. So okay, let's start. So this is about like trying to build a generational Web3 community. So our vision is to revolutionize Web3 to make it more accessible and marketable to the world. Why? So we have identified some problems: the complexity of onboarding into Web3, the difficulty in implementing proper project security, and difficulty of Web3 marketing and community building in this new age. We've spent thousands of dollars, millions of pesos into marketing development, and a lot of, especially in marketing, and it just doesn't work. It's so difficult now to build a Web3 community in this new age. Everyone's very careful after all of those incidents last year. So many projects rug pulled, crypto bear market. Everything's so difficult, especially when it comes to marketing now. And yeah, so those are the things we're trying to solve. So who are we? You guys know we're the creators of Adamant Mine. And now today we want to introduce the Adamant Metanetwork to all of you. So what is it exactly? So it's a decentralized Web3 distribution autonomous organization. So what exactly does that mean? So here are the three things that we want to show, or here are the three things that we're developing or focusing on here in the Meta Network. Firstly is SDKs, second is quests, and third is our DAO. So all of you guys already know what the quests is, right? So first, let's go on to talk about more the SDKs that we're gonna be developing for this, and why we're gonna be developing them, and how it's gonna be beneficial to the Meta Network. So yeah, here the first SDK that we want to make is for wallet authentication. I think Mico should be the one to talk about this. Mico?
Yeah. So essentially, the problem with developers whenever they have to make a Web3 application, like Adamant Mine, for example, is that they have to spend a lot of time developing authentication or a way to connect your wallet to the game or to any dApp for that matter. And what we're doing is to make an SDK that makes it very easy for any developer to integrate their dApp with Web3 so that any wallets like MetaMask can be used for any application that a developer wants to make. And then in addition to that, we also have another feature that we want to add to this SDK, which is SMS wallet creation. So for SMS wallet creation, you know that when you want to play Adamant Mine or any other game or dApp for that matter, you have to have a wallet in order to be able to use it. But with SMS wallet creation, all you need is your phone number, and we are able to connect your account to Web3 just by using your phone number. We'll send you a text, and you can verify that your number is legitimate, and then we create a wallet for you, which you can use to send and deposit funds to any other wallet.
Yeah, so these two things very important, and it really helps with like increasing accessibility, security of Web3 projects all over the world, not just for Adamant, and any project could be using this through our SDK. And I guess a bigger concern for people here right now is how does this help ADMC? And through SDKs, because the way it works is that every time a user, or sorry, another project uses it, there's actually like parang there's a fee that they have to pay to use our service. So this is going to be like a service that we're going to be able to provide to any project out there. And the nice thing about this is it doesn't exist yet. No one else is doing this. No SDK available yet, and it's a very useful thing. Just imagine like using your phone number to create a new wallet. There's so many people out there that are, especially those who are not well versed into Web3 or into crypto. They don't know how to make their own wallet, or if they wanna, let's say they want to get into crypto, but then they suddenly see that, oh, it's so complicated to make a wallet, even though for us, most of us, we already know how. But for the newer people, it kind of turns them off into coming into crypto, just because the most basic part of it is already something that they just don't really understand and doing. So this was one of the things that we want to change, creating that application or that SDK that will let any project do that. And now I think it's going to be something that's very useful to many projects all over the world. And if we get to find many projects to use our SDKs, we'll be able to generate revenue from that. And as I've been saying the past weeks, months, these revenue, there will be a share going into ADMC buybacks. So that's like one big part of it, and the others to be distributed among ADMN holders. Another thing that we're making is, like, as you've seen what we've made recently for Adamant Mine, is the NFT scholarship system. So it took a really long time. We were so delayed for like 3 months. We changed so many things, but the way we developed it also is that we made it in a way that we're able to actually provide this as a service to other projects that want to have a scholarship system. So I guess that could be one reason why it took so long to make, is that it wasn't only designed to be working for Adamant Mine, but it's designed that other projects could be able to we could actually provide this as a service for other projects as well. And okay, so we also created this like market makers that will be very useful in the long term, especially for ADMN to create to increase the liquidity of a token. And let's talk about quests. So what exactly are we trying to do with quests? So you guys already know what quests is. It's an incentive-driven program where users are able to collect points by actively participating in tasks. So it's focused on providing incentives to users, all the while improving the company's engagement metrics. So what we're trying to do here is we're trying to make this huge community of different projects, not just for Adamant, not just like as you guys seen, right? We listed Astro XP as well. So you want to pull in together many different projects, and these projects can provide rewards to each other. To the users of quests. And through this, we could share communities as well. Like the Astro XP community right now is coming into Adamant's community, and the Adamant community is coming into Astro XP's community. So we're just trying to build this huge Web3 community, because right now, like mentioned, the usual influencer marketing, the usual ads marketing that Web2 used to use, it doesn't work in Web3 anymore. So what we're trying, Web3 is all about building a strong community, building a big community that supports one another. And what better way to do that through making one huge community, a shared community across many well-vetted projects that the community loves. So yeah, that's what we really want to do through quests. So it's a centralized app able to list different Web3 projects and incentivize users across different projects to be a part of the other projects listed. Yeah, so we're trying to build the biggest Web3 community across many different projects, so that projects don't have to do it alone anymore. Like everyone's busy building their own small community. Why not combine all of these small communities, share it across one another, and have a gigantic community across all these great projects. And that's what we want to do through Quests. And yeah, so what makes it so special is that, especially I think the best part about Quests is that we developed our own Discord bot and API tracker connected to it, to the DApp, that allows also us to create tasks like chat once a day in Discord, and also increases like psychological rewiring, inviting all users to make this make these projects a part of their daily routine. Like every day, you guys are thinking like, I wanna come in. Oh, I have to come back to to the Adamant Discord today. Make a chat. Same thing with Astro XP. Have to come back there today. Eventually, we do this over 90 days, right? You're always going to be remembering us. And once we do this with other projects as well, other projects are going to be remembering us. Once we list, let's say, new projects into the quests, once we have other projects there, their community is going to keep coming back to Adamant's community. All of this every day, they'll have to come back, and I think it's a big factor to all of this. It will help people remember us more, and yeah, I think it's great to have it that way. So yeah, here's like some statistics that we were able to show as well. It also promotes a lot of Discord activity, and this will really help us all, especially like once we list more projects into it. And here, more things that we haven't actually shown that much or released yet is our DAO. So we're working on our DAO alongside Houston Fort. It's pretty much ready. So right now, everything's functional. We've seen many of it. We're moving into the final stages of testing already. So what is our DAO about? So it's for decentralization of company ownership. We're having a different approach to this or compared to the usual DAOs. So it's backed up by the Adamant Metanetwork token, ADMN. So it's going to be our governance token of our DAO, or the Adamant Metanetwork. So why should you hold ADMN? So you're not just a token holder, you're a stakeholder. Owning ADMN lets you have a voice in the whole Adamant Metanetwork decision-making process. Now this time it's going to be formal. You'll be seeing it on our dApps and in our DAO. Like right on the application, you'll be able to see everything that's happening, all of the suggestions, all of what the community's voices, everything's going to be there. Every time someone wants something to be done, everyone will be able to have their voice in it. And like mentioned, it's like owning a part of the company. So earn your fair share of revenue, receiving daily dividends through our one-of-a-kind staking pool, fueled by the revenue generated from our different projects, subsidiaries, services, all of these. So we're decentralizing all of the revenue earned by the projects, and we'll be redistributing that through our ADMN staking pools. And so here, as we grow, you grow as well, earning daily dividends in BNB. So we're not going to be minting ADMN tokens at all. So everything is going to be in BNB because it's revenue. It's not like what we did wrong in ADMC, is like everything would be have all of taxes, all of that under ADMC. So when the company has to make revenue, ADMC has to be sold. That's just it's not that healthy in terms of for the tokens economy. So we wanted to change that for this. ADMN is non-mintable. It will never be a reward token. It's not when you stake it, you're not going to be gaining more ADMN. Just imagine like in a stock, when you own a stock or when you own a share in a company, you don't get rewarded more shares by just owning a share, right? So you earn like a share of what the company or what the business earns. So we're decentralizing that. It's like owning a company or owning a business, but then everything happening on chain. So that's what we're doing new here. Decentralization of revenue sharing. So when you go through the white paper later, we'll be showing more like examples of what exactly these are around. But what we're just trying to show here is that every time that the project makes money, every time we are able to sell a service, create a service for another project, it shows that we're distributing these revenue for ADMC buybacks, for ADMN dividends, and for company operations. So those will be the three that all revenue will be going to. And more to see about the DAO, like here it's actually our mock-up that, well, it's not a mock-up actually, it's already been made. So this is how the DAO looks like. So you stake your tokens to earn dividends in BNB, and like mentioned, you're not just a token holder, you're a stakeholder. So you can create suggestions, like you can see here in the lower left photo, and then everyone that owns ADMN will also have a voice, the same way shares work. So the more shares you own, or maybe the more ADMN you hold, that is, it's proportional to how big your vote weight will be for our DAO. And yeah, so that's basically what ADMN is about. Let me show you guys, like, let's go through the white paper a bit. Or Mico, are you reading the comments?
Yep.
Yeah, what are people saying? Let's just answer some questions.
One was about rewards pool depletion.
Yeah, a rewards pool won't get depleted. In case it does, we can mint more ADMC, but we don't want that to happen. So that's why we're working on doing buybacks and replenishing the reward pool. But in worst case scenario, then we'd have to mint more tokens, which is possible naman. But we don't want to do that. So far we haven't enough reward pool to do it, to sustain everything.
And then one other question was, will there be a public API for developers to use to make tools? And the answer is yes. We'll first start with the authentication SDK that will go hand in hand with the API that developers can use to authenticate users with their own wallet or through SMS creation. So yes, there will be an API in the future that goes hand in hand with the SDK that we create.
ADMC price is dropping because of depletion of rewards pool. The ADMC prices is not dropping because of depletion of rewards pool. That is not the reason of ADMC price dropping. ADMC price dropping is because there's more people earning than more people coming in, which is basically what the Ponzi scheme is like, right? That's why it's going down. And that's not gonna... The only way for it to be in an uptrend if there's more money coming in than money coming out. And that's why we are doing the Meta Network, so that we can generate more revenue to fix this problem, to have more money in than out. Instead of relying on new investors, we're going more of into a B2B approach, trying to earn revenue from other businesses. Yeah, reward pool has nothing to do with the ADMC price. It really does not. Do you believe that by doing this, ADMC reaches ATH again? Well, we really hope so. Then all we want to happen is for ADMC to get back on its feet.
And one question was with regard to the phone number. There's multiple ways you can connect your account. So then we'll have some form of two-factor authentication. You can use your phone number, but you can also use your email, or if you have a secondary phone number, you can also use that as backup.
Yeah, or you could also just export your private key and re-import it without the phone number.
Exactly.
Yeah, you don't have to lose the assets in the DApp. So you could also always export the private key. So the way the wallet SMS works is that we create how do you say this? Like, the phone number will let you automatically create the wallet, but the wallet is still associated with the public key and the private key. So if you wanna export your private key, you can still do that. Will there be bounded seed phrase when registering using your phone number? Yeah, bounded private key. Seed phrase, I'm not sure, Mico. Like the 12-word seed phrase? I don't think so, right?
No, the seed phrase will actually come when you export your wallet. Then yes, there would be an associated seed phrase, though.
Okay.
But only when you export it.
So this is the meta network is mainly to help ADMC bounce back. You can't say mainly because there's really many reasons that we want to do the meta network. But yes, we want ADMC to bounce back, and this will definitely help. But we also really want to increase security and accessibility and marketability in Web3. We can't just say that we're doing all of this to increase ADMC price. No, we really want to help change the way Web3 works. The technology is so okay. The Web3 is like amazing, high tech, and all, but at the same time, it's also so primitive for its kind. Like, there's so many limitations to it. So there's like, yeah, I don't know. I think Nico, can you continue what I'm trying to say?
I mean, it is a new technology, but at the same time, for something new to be developed into something that's readily available for a lot of developers to use, it takes a lot of time. I mean, when Facebook first launched, it was just a set of profiles. We didn't have a feed. Social media took a while to evolve. We didn't have Instagram stories until later on because streaming was, even though it was possible to stream video, it wasn't possible given the current technology of the time until much recently. So just like social media, Web3 is something that needs to evolve with enough time, and we want to be at the forefront of that.
Yeah. And someone just asked, why maintain Adamant Mine if it seems to be a liability to Adamant? How can it generate revenue in itself in the future? Yeah, Adamant Mine is definitely a liability. But why are we maintaining it? We're maintaining it, it's because we want to give back to you guys who have been here to support us from the start. So this is our way of saying thank you and to be able to help you guys as well. We think Adamant Mine is well, it's basically what started all of this. Without Adamant Mine, we wouldn't be here right now. It might be a liability, but it's a liability that we can manage through the meta network, we believe. So it's a way that we can help everyone around here, so that our goal is to be able to help everyone earn this yes, yeah, exactly, basically that we want to let everyone earn for their for all of your continuous support for us over the last 13 months. But yeah, in a nutshell, it is a liability. But that's a liability we can handle, a liability we can manage. Currently, complete decentralization is impossible. There has to be a centralized entity that maintains the project service. Yeah, yes, that's true, right? Technically, we are still there. We are that centralized entity that maintains the project and service. It's not going to be completely decentralized because there will still be parts that are uploaded into, like, let's say, the Amazon servers handled by us.
Yeah, but at the same time, I think what matters is keeping what needs to be decentralized.
Yes.
So, I mean, the thing with blockchain is that all the transactions that happen on the blockchain take longer, which is why like our game servers need to run on AWS. And if we had everything run on chain, the game would be very laggy and we wouldn't be able to deliver the experience that you have now. So the aspects of decentralization really come in when you need to have something like the DAO, which allows people to vote on certain issues and to have that be public information and not be modifiable by a centralized authority. So that's something that, is up to debate as to what needs to be decentralized and centralized.
Yeah, I agree. Exactly. So like, imagine like having fully decentralized Adamant Mine. That would be like gas fee every click you do. It just won't work. It just can't. It's not feasible.
Exactly.
Do you have any plans to develop your own chain in the future with lower gas fees than BSC? Right now, no. Unless Mico wants to, but I really don't think so.
Well, we are working on some private blockchains.
Yeah. Private blockchains, we're actually doing that, but like for Adamant, I'm not so sure yet. It might actually, now that you mentioned it, Mico, it might be possible because we are working on private blockchains.
Exactly. So it's not out of the question for sure, and possibly even in the near future.
Yeah, that's actually a possibility now that you mentioned it, because Yeah, okay. Things that we can't mention yet. What pushes down the ADMC price is the selling pressure, so that's not the solution. If they increase the block lower, the sell pressure will increase and ADM price will drop even more. Yes, exactly. That's exactly what is happening. If you think about it, our rewards or our ROI was already, it's very, how do you say this? It's really quick, especially we've been having a 40-day ADMC ROI for like 4 months, 5 months already. You don't see that anywhere. If you look at like stablecoin staking and all that, you have like a 5 to 8% APY on their staking. Think of ROI the same thing as APY, 100% APY for a year. That's like when you say when we have like a staking pool with 100% APY, that's like having a P2E game with a 365-day ROI, and we're doing 40 days, which is like times 9, right? So it's like we're saying that we're doing Adamant Mine with a 900% APY, which is really not sustainable. It's really, yeah, that's why we're really okay. That's what when we did the version 2 switch, when we did the migration, we kept the Delta Shiba prices the same, right? So it basically what happened there is that Delta Shiba suddenly cost times 4 compared to before, and that also pushes the ROI of Delta Shibas to times 4 to over 160 to 200 days. But if you convert that in terms of APY, that's still over 200, like around 150 to 200% APY when we're comparing to like staking. When you're comparing to like the staking of like sustainable coins like stable coins of 15% APY, where Adamant Mine's rewards are way too high. It's really unsustainable. That's why we're setting like a minting cap at 28,400 NFTs. So that I think in the long term, that's all we're gonna do. Like maybe a 200-day ROI for 28,400 NFTs, and we'll try to sustain it through injecting revenue through the Meta network. Yeah, people might like be complaining about how about ROI is trying to be really quick, but then you guys haven't tried to compare to actual sustainable projects and what their APYs are like or what their ROIs are like. That's the same thing, just using different terms because it's gaming now. But yeah, ROI of 40 days, ROI of 160 days, that's still absurdly high. That's over to 150% to upgrade, or like the 40 days was like what, 800%, 900% APY. And yeah, that was bound to be dangerous, and we really have to reduce that over time. And once we try to find like the most sustainable one while still being able to allow users to earn through so allow users to earn a decent amount. So we really want to find that perfect balance that we can able to reach, or at least help ADMC's price recover already. Hopefully through the Meta network, through the revenue of Meta network, we can balance it out better. Yeah, okay, let's read some more questions. What percent is shown in the white paper public from the original white paper that is not disclosed? Maybe 50%. Yeah, I think around 50%. There's so much things in the the public white paper that is not shown from the actual white paper that we made. Mainly because a lot of things are still in like how do you say this? Being checked by legal if it's allowed. Because now that we're a company registered and all, with also partners that are with big partners backing us, we have to be very careful as well. Or private partners or public partners. Yeah, there's a lot of things to consider now, especially with like the Philippines possibly already checking into regulating crypto here. We have to be very careful with what we do. Can the Adamant team provide an animated explainer video as how ADMN works? I believe it would be easier for people to grasp the concept through videos and examples. Yeah, the team's actually already working on that. So we hope to release one within the month. Can you reveal all investors of Adamant? No, I can't do that. I'm sorry. So, but then that's what we're trying to change as well here through the Meta Network is to have that decentralization of company ownership. So right now, the company owns 100% of Adamant, right? So where everyone that's listed as a company owner owns 100%, we receive 100% of revenue. But then we don't have revenue yet. But like right now, technically, that's what's supposed to happen. We own 100%. We get 100% of revenue generated. That's what we want to change through the Meta Network. Is that we want to make ADMN like owning ADMN means owning a share of the company. So let me scroll down to the white paper and show you guys the tokenomics. So the way ADMN works is that when it's staked, you earn revenue. You own a share of the revenue, right? So let's say you own like you have 1% of all ADMN holdings, then you earn 1% of all revenue inserted into the ADMN dividend pool. So that's how it's gonna work. So here you can see that 25% goes to Adamant Global. That's our company. So it's like what we're doing is that it's like we're diluting the share. So when we used to own 100% of this, we're cutting it down to 25%, and we're allowing the public, other investors, and all of you guys to own a part of Adamant. This 75% up for grabs for anyone else out there. So that's what we're trying to do here. So what Charles mentioned in the comments, yung ADM and parang stocks, exactly. It's exactly what we're trying to do. So will there be cosmetics or other purchasable items in Adamant Mine so people will have reason to buy ADMC? We have one developer who's actually working on Adamant Mine for us now, and we're thinking of things like that. But the thing with cosmetics is that gas. If you're gonna buy, like, we have to make NFT for it, and then you have to mint it and all of that. So it is possible. It's not out of the question. We can definitely do that. Like if you guys noticed, our Shiba has been changing from time to time. So like, because from like right now it's like Spider-Man Shiba, we had like the Turtle Shiba. So those are like things that we can possibly turn into an NFT, like as a cosmetic NFT. Do you guys have any plan on tokenizing real world assets? Not right now, but we've looked into that, like specifically land, and we also checked into motorcycles, but then right now we have no concrete plans for anything like that. So Doc, yung mga partner ng company now, nag-own po ba sila ng ADMN? So when you say partners, do you mean like shareholders? If you're talking about like the company shareholders, then no, not exactly, because that will make them fall under here, the 25% in Adamant Global, because this is for all of us. All owners of the legal entity will fall under here. So everything outside would be up for grabs for other people based on these. So another thing is, like, I've been mentioning a lot the dividends, right? So how are you gonna be how do you get your dividends? It's gonna be through the DAO, right? So you stake the ADMN tokens in our DAO, and then we fill every time there's a project and every time that ADMN makes revenue, or the Meta Network makes revenue, it's actually gonna be sent straight to the staking pools of our DAO, and all stakers will just be able to receive it there. You can check out the calculations here in the white paper. for the cosmetics to be worth anything, players would need a new gameplay, preferably a multiplayer one, for them to brag about their cosmetics. We really wanted to do multiplayer before. Like, me and Mico talked about that, how we were gonna do it and all of that. But right now our main focus is to get the meta network up and going. Like, there's really like, okay, if we do build up the multiplayer now, we get sidetracked on ADMN and the meta network. It's gonna delay again the revenue that we can earn and inject into ADMC. That's why we really are trying to hold on into the development of Adamant Mine and focus more on the meta network so that we can start earning revenue and start increasing the price of ADMC. So, because if we keep holding that off and say we keep developing Adamant Mine, we keep delaying the current Ponzi model and keeping it alive, then many of you guys would end up leaving or seeing its unsustainability. We end up going down really, really low, maybe just almost to a zero value already, and we don't want that to happen. And we're trying our best to speed things up so that we can start helping, or at least try to bring up ADMC price already. Will the staking rewards be in ADMN or another token? It will be in BNB. All rewards will be in BNB. We will not be minting ADMN. So the 20 million ADMN, that's it. Like, there's no reward pool as well for ADMN. What's that 20 million is all that's there is gonna be. No reward pool out there. You have to buy it, and period. It's done. So everything will be in BNB. Okay, so no further questions yet. So yeah, here's how our DAO works. So it's simple. A staker creates a suggestion, and then we'll have to review the suggestion. We're gonna be setting like an criteria that we're allowed to do, just to make sure that there's nothing, let's say, racist or all of those things or bad things in it, right? And then if it is possible, we'll have you guys allowed to vote it. So very simple. And it costs 0.1 BNB to open a suggestion, and then 50% of all BNB accumulated from poll openings will be used or will be allocated to ADMC buybacks. So for example, if like 10 people open a suggestion this week, and that is 1 BNB, and we have a 0.5 BNB buyback already. And then the other 0.5 BNB will be accumulated to the dividend pool, for the ADMN dividend pool. So now all ADMN holders will be earning from that as well. So that's what we're doing. There will be set allocations for each feature that we have. So here's the allocation for the polling booth, and they're like mentioned, right? 50% to ADMC buybacks and 50% to the dividend pool. And so yeah, we have two pools, the ADMNS and then the ADMN. So okay, I'll discuss this part. So remember in our pre-sale, it's actually like locked for 3 months, and then we have a 20-month vesting period. And every month starting January 16, you're gonna be receiving 5% of your pre-sale purchase. So if you buy, let's say, 100 tokens, you get 5 on January 16, you get 5 more tokens on February, and all of that. So what is ADMNS? So the purpose of ADMNS, since all of your ADMN tokens are locked and vested, we created ADMNS. It's a receipt token, just so that it's like a substitute token for everyone who participates in pre-sales, for the Adamant team, for everyone with locked tokens, basically. Everyone who has locked tokens and vested tokens, we are giving them ADMNS. The purpose of ADMNS, it's gonna be a non-tradable version. Well, it's tradable, but it won't have liquidity. So, but then the purpose of it is so that you can stake and still earn your dividends. Because the thing is with locked tokens is that you don't have the tokens in your wallet if it's locked. Now, if you don't have the tokens in your wallet when it's locked, how can you earn your dividends? How can you stake it? You can't, right? So that's why we're giving everyone that participates in pre-sales ADMNS by October 16, so that they can still participate in staking and earn their fair share of dividends or revenue. So despite your tokens being locked for 23 months, locked and vested for 23 months, you can still earn with 100% of what you invested in. It's just that you just can't sell it, but you can still earn the shares that you actually bought. So that's the purpose of having the ADMNS. For those who didn't really understand why we had to do that, but yeah. So everyone that participates in pre-sales, they'll be able to still stake despite their tokens being locked using ADMNS. And here just shows that, so we have a 3-month lock-in period. So in the first 3 months, you're gonna see that around 60% of the BNB revenue will be going to our ADMNS pool. And as vesting comes in, starting January 16, 5% a month, we're going to be reducing the supply of BNB going into the ADMNS pool until all tokens of ADMN have been unlocked. And then as that goes, so as more tokens of ADMN is being unlocked, then we're going to be allocating more BNB into the ADMN pool, properly calculated on how in proportion to the unlocking, so that all pre-sale purchases or all pre-sale seed investors will be receiving the right amount of dividends they should be receiving. Yeah, so we also have access passes. So the thing with our DAO is that you need to mint an access pass to actually access our Metanetwork DAO and the dividend pools. So the access passes are untradeable and non-transferable, and minting one would have like a lifespan. So the way this works, if you mint one, it's like you top it up. So you mint an access pass and then you could top it up for more days. So you could mint, let's say, for 1 month, because you'll have like 30 days, right? And then let's say you have like 25 days left and you want to mint more, you can actually do that. Say you want to mint 3 more months, and then it's gonna stack. You're gonna have like 125 days after or something, or 115 days rather. So that's how the access passes work. So you'll need the access pass to open the DAO, to open the everything. So I think that's one thing to consider when you're about to stake your ADMN tokens, that you have to make sure that you have enough tokens to pay for the access passes that you've mint, that you're gonna be earning enough for that, enough BNB for it. So here are the prices of the access passes. So 1 month access pass is 0.1 BNB, 3 month access pass is 0.22, 6 months 0.4, and a 12-month access pass at 0.6 is like a 50% discount already when you get a 12-month access pass. And one thing that's nice to take note of also is that when you're participating in the pre-sale right now, is that we're actually gonna be airdropping access passes to those who are able to reach certain amounts of the pre-sale purchases, like $300 for a 1 month pass and so forth. So you can just check our Metanetwork website, adamantmetanetwork.com/presale, to actually see the offers that we have regarding the access passes for that. So like mentioned earlier, this is untradeable and non-transferable. So we also created this thing called the special access pass that can be transferable once. So the way it works is that, yeah, you can use it for giveaways, airdrops as well. So once we send you guys this access pass, this special access pass, it's the same thing like a normal access pass. We just called it special is because we're allowing it to be transferred once, and that transfer is like from the team to someone else. So that's how we're gonna be doing the access pass distribution for those who are able to purchase 300 BUSD and above in the pre-sale, or also I believe in quests, right? So in quests as well, we're also giving special access pass. So you could actually purchase a special access pass through Adamant Quests. So yeah, they have some questions. Is there a possibility that we can use ADMN or ADMNS as gas fees for claiming Adamant instead of BNB? No, gas fees is always going to be in BNB. What is the minimum buy of ADMN that you can stake? You can stake any amount, but you have to consider that, is it enough that you're going to be making the money back from the access pass when it's in terms of BNB already, for the BNB revenue. Once we receive the pass from Quest, its duration will automatically count down. Yes, once we send you the access pass, the duration will automatically count down. So regarding marketing, I've been talking about marketing a lot earlier, and I already said marketing doesn't work anymore the way it used to. It's not the same. It's all about community building now, and that's what we're doing through Quests. We want to do the way we're approaching marketing now is by trying to list more projects into Metanetwork Quests and be able to grow and create this huge community of other projects or multiple projects and share these communities alongside one another. So that's what we're trying to do here, and I think that's how we're going to be marketing Adamant internationally. The staking pool is ready by the time we get the pass. Yeah, we're not gonna be distributing the passes unless the staking pools are ready and unless ADMNS is ready and unless, yeah, of course, we're not just gonna be sending that when it's not gonna be usable. Yeah, so yeah, here just like the same. So access pass, BNB revenue allocation. So there are allocations for almost each of the things that we're making. So this is like what Mico discussed earlier, the SMS wallet creation, wallet authentication, Adamant Mine, and then for Adamant Mine, of course, mostly goes back to ADMC, and then Adamant Labs. So this one is a very fun project that we're also working on. This one will take a while, maybe a long while. It's a really big project. So it consists of three parts. It's the RoboDoggo NFTs, the PFPs, and then it consists of Adamant Lands. And both of these, RoboDoggo PFP and Adamant Lands, will be used for Adamant colonies. So we're creating this metaverse RPG game. So I don't know how does it count as RPG, Mico, or would you say MMORPG?
Yeah, it's an MMORPG.
Yeah, MMORPG there. Like it's like you can own land, you could everything's customizable, and at the same time has gameplay, like proper gameplay, PvE, PvP. So we have game developers working in this, and interior designers and all those others, graphic designers as well. But it's a big project as well. It's gonna be a long term thing. We hope to be able to at least start with the RoboDoggos first. Release this maybe Q4 or of this year, just the NFT side of things, or maybe Q1 next year. Then yeah, but then we'll see if we're gonna be able to do this right away. Our main focus is now is more of the B2B side of things. Especially in this bear market, we won't really see that much NFT buyers yet. So we're not really in a rush to sell these NFTs here. We want to try to create more revenue first through business to business transactions. Is the access pass also needed in unstaking and claiming of rewards? Yes, for the DAO, but not for Adamant Mine. So yeah, not for Adamant Mine, but then it's needed for the dividends of the DAO. But then we can make it required for Adamant Mine if you guys want. that, but then yeah, that might not be reasonable right now because like that would require people to spend an additional 0.1 BNB just to claim your rewards. So I don't think that's the right way to approach Adamant Mine right now. But yeah, for unstaking, yes, it's required. It's required for staking and unstaking. So when you receive your ADMN tokens, you have to get an access pass to stake it. Yeah, I show you guys like here more like royalty distribution, staking pool, ADMC buybacks, ADMN. We also are gonna be working on breeding for Robodoggos as the supply is so low, but the way we're doing breeding is a bit different. And yeah, more allocations for it. I want to show like some photos that maybe others weren't able to see. So here's some prototypes that we made already for the residential lands. So yeah, we actually tried walking around this already. It works. It's nice. Then here are more photos that Marga made. So she's part of our team as well. Really great. So we tried importing this as well to Unity already. Is there a minimum of ADM to be staked, or can we stake even what I just got from the quests? There's no minimum to be staked, but then, like mentioned, you have to buy an access pass. So staking 10 might not be very reasonable unless you got your access pass for free from the quests as well. Robodoggo and land should be expensive like Axie. It is expensive, and well, it depends. Expensive is relative. I'm not sure if there are prices here. I didn't put the prices yet, but we already drafted prices, but we don't want to release it yet because we don't know where the market will be by the time this is ready. But we already have like price proposals for all of these. Yeah, but I think there should be for Robodoggos. It's in Ethereum. Here. So breeding would cost 0.098 Ethereum to breed Robodoggo NFTs. And there will be NFT staking. There's no mint price, but I believe the mint price is also the same, 0.098 Ethereum. This should be the mint price and breeding price. Adamant Pay. So yeah, ADMC. And here another thing that we want to work on is APHP. So we want to create this stable coin that we could use for more real world transactions, hopefully. Because people don't like to accept crypto, and at least businesses don't want to accept crypto as a payment because of its volatility. Like they don't, like one day it could like skyrocket, but at the same time it could just drop down 90% or something, or 50%. So these businesses or companies don't really want to accept that. But right now we want to be prepared for the day that crypto becomes more regulated and businesses and companies become more open to receiving stable coins as a form of payment for their services or for their products. So that's why we want to work on this APHP. We have most of the tech ready. The only problem with launching a stable coin or stable token is that it needs to have a lot of liquidity, and that will require a lot of fundraising, which we haven't been able to do yet. So hopefully we'll be able to raise enough funds to be able to provide great liquidity for APHP. So the tech is there. It's fully decentralized, but then it's not gonna be algorithmic. So it's gonna be decentralized, non-algorithmic. It's just gonna be controlled through a market maker. And it's gonna be 1:10 to the Philippine peso. So 1 APHP will be pegged to 10 pesos. Here, the more techie side of things, how we're gonna be maintaining its peg. So it might look algorithmic, but it really isn't. So there are some questions. Is it necessary to mint the access pass for me to be able to earn with my invested ADMN? When you say earn, do you mean the dividends? If the dividends, then yes, you need an access pass, or else you will not be able to stake it, because you need to stake it to get your BNB dividends. The breeding for Owodogo seems to go towards overpopulation, even if younger generations can breed twice. It can reach that. It's much slower, but yeah, it can end up going to overpopulation in the long term. But like Adamant Mine, we can always stop this. We can always stop it. Like when we say we could set a limit into it. The thing about colonies is that if you guys should check out the concept paper, but it's not play to earn. It's more of like play and maybe earn. So we built like an economy. So if you want to earn from the colonies, is that you'd have to earn by selling to other people playing the game. It's not something that you just generate revenue right away. No, it's like a in-game economy. It's like an actual economy that you have to play with other people if you want to be earning through trading of assets with others. Those kinds of things. And then the end game currency will be ADMC. Do we need to claim the BNB we earn from staking? Or is it automatically sent to our wallet? You have to claim it. You have to claim it from the staking pool. So the way a staking pool works is that there's a 30-day lock, but it's not really a lock. It's just that in the first 30 days, there's like a penalty if you claim. So after 30 days, then there will be no more fees. You can claim everything. But yeah, you have to claim it. What is the projected value of ADMN in 5 to 10 years? I don't know. I really can't answer that. Of course, we really hope it will be much, much higher than the listing price. Maybe 10, 20 times, 30 times, 100 times. That is the goal. It's not a mintable token, so it's much easier to sustain the value of it. As long as the company is profitable, people would want to stay invested into it. So it's not like, it's very different to how a P2E token would be like. So yeah, you guys have any other questions? How long the staking end? The staking doesn't end. It's continuous. You can claim anytime. I'm sorry, not anytime. You can claim after 30 days. But then it's like forever. As long as Adamant is earning revenue, there will be revenue allocated into our staking pools. Does the claiming of BNB from staking needs access pass? Yes, it needs an access pass. Yeah, Mico, is there anything else that you want to add on to everything that I've been saying?
No.
Any chance to go way beyond game providing, like other service provider in the future, like Dex and stuff? Mico, I think that's more for you.
Yeah, well, we are offering, like in the presentation, we mentioned that we're gonna offer NFT scholarships as a service, but the first step is having authentication, so that any user can, or any developer can have some form of connecting wallets or their phone number or their email to that. So yeah, we will have services to potential game developers in the future.
Yeah, so 1Q, we actually talked a lot about things that are not games. So yes. We there's a lot of things that we are making that's not in relation to games, especially regarding SDK's accessibility, right? And here, example, APHP, not a game, other services as well. So yes, there are a lot more things that we are making than gaming. Like mentioned, is that we wanna get out of that space already and only support uh, Adamant Mind for it. How many ADMN do you think is profitable for the staking? It's hard to tell right now, I'm sorry, because it really depends on how much revenue we're gonna start earning when we launch. So we really hope that even a small amount can earn a lot, but that's something that we can't really predict right now. It really depends how much clients we're able to find that wants to use our services. Does the access pass expire? Yes, it expires. It's, let me show it up again. Here. So yeah, it does expire. Will the Metanetwork service not be limited to builders but consumer companies too? Sorry, what are consumer companies? Could you define consumer companies for me? Apologies. Do you have plan to the top holders of Adamant? What does that mean? Yeah, Mico, what do you think about that? Like, services not be limited to builders but consumer companies too? What do you think consumers mean?
Well, there's that one project we're working on also, right? With regards to using NFTs to provide discounts and rewards from different
Oh yeah.
consumer companies.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. So Coca-Cola, Nike. Well, that it's yeah. Actually, it's not really a service though, is it? Well, it can be.
Um,
It depends. Because like a lot of these companies, yeah, at least Coca-Cola and Nike, I don't think they'll need us.
yeah, but then consumer companies don't just refer to that.
Yeah, of
There's like
course.
Shopify stores and different
Yeah, I think the one that you
mom and
mentioned is
pop.
more, yeah, the NFT that kind of NFT that we were working, the QR, right?
Right.
Yeah, that can be, that is a service that can be more, but it's not really a B2B thing, or is it still? Hmm. I'm not sure actually. He could also do some easy build tools for those who are less technical and more creative people. Yeah, we're actually providing white label solutions under Adamant Intelligence Solutions. So a lot of things that we can do is like they don't have to code at all. So they just hire us and we like host everything for them. Like whatever like the things that they'd want us to build for them, we do it, and then yeah. So we're able to provide like some white label solutions under Adamant Intelligence Solutions. Drag and drop things. It, yeah, we can actually look into that also. But there's a lot already that exists like that. So we'll see if there's like other like drag and drop kind of things that we can create that can help other people. that doesn't exist yet. But like a lot of people are working on things like that. So we're trying to focus on building things that others really haven't made yet. So like the wallet SDK. So that's one thing that we haven't seen around. And we really think that it will be very useful to many. Yeah, drag and drop. What do you think about that, Mico? What kind of drag and drops can we make, or might be useful?
Well, one I've seen, for example, is like creators to be able to create their own marketplace using a drag and drop interface,
Own marketplace.
like
So
an NFT marketplace, or like creating a platform for their users to give rewards, for example. Like I saw Odessa, for instance, where they were offering NFTs that you could use to purchase tickets to events. And then they're using this platform that they use, which is just a drag and drop platform. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of directions we can take this. It's a question of what do we need to prioritize.
yeah.
Because
So
like a drag and drop interface is also not that easy to create either.
yeah, definitely. That'll be taking a lot of manpower as well, and plus a lot of time compared to like the things that we've presented or we've shown like in the paper and all. Most of these things are pretty much ready. A lot of them are there or already in development, have been started. A lot of them are ready, or like for example quests already released, right? The SDKs being in development as well. You have some prototypes already as well. So yeah, can we also add liquidity for the stablecoin and get a portion of the trade? Would portion of the trade? Liquidity providers, when you add liquidity, there is always a liquidity fee that goes to liquidity provider. So you will be getting that. So since it's in PancakeSwap or since it's in a DEX, then you will, liquidity providers do get a portion of it, of all the trades. That's like for all coins. Putting ads on Adamant Mine or Adamant in general, is it still part of the plans? Yes, it is part of the plan. So we actually want to do that. Yes, it's just that there's no one paying for marketing right now, sadly. So, how about staking of ADMC? No, we're not gonna do staking of ADMC yet. So we have no plans on doing ADMC staking anytime soon. Well, we'll see. I think there's no need for ADMC to be staked anymore because we're already minting ADMC through the game, through Adamant Mine. So maybe if you want ADMC staking, we could like instead of doing Adamant Mine, we can do NFT staking, and yeah, there are many possibilities of the things we can do. And I think all of these suggestions that we have for Adamant Mine, we can reserve for the polling booth and let the community decide. Is ROI and token based? I don't understand the question. Converting ADMC to ADMN, you could actually do that directly in PancakeSwap. But like, it's just that it will like go through like let's say ADMC to BNB to ADMN. So guys, we'll answer like last two questions because we have to go. We have another meeting. Any final questions before we end this stream? And if you guys have also follow-up questions, maybe you can just send it into Facebook, Discord or Telegram. But yeah, please, the white paper is in the website, everything's in our Metanetwork website. Just browse through it. I've explained everything in general already, in like hopefully in simple terms, so that you guys can understand it better. So in summary, what we're trying to do with the ADMN, the main purpose of ADMN is we're trying to have like decentralization of company ownership. So it's like owning a stock in the company. Yes. So that's what we're trying to do. And that is the main purpose of ADMN. So yeah, I don't see any questions anymore. Mico, anything else you want to say before we end this?
No, but hope you all look forward to what we have planned in the future.
Yeah, so if you guys have anything else that you'd want to ask us, we're always in Telegram and Discord. Just send messages there, and we'll be happy to answer your questions. So yeah, we'll have to go ahead, and thank you guys, thank you everyone for coming. And yes, bye guys.
Thanks everyone. Bye.